Chosen one. This change will bless you. Change is blessing. Chosen one. This message is not a coincidence. It found you because it was meant to. Something massive is unfolding in the unseen, and this message is your sign. This change will bless you. Not just any change, but the very change you were unsure about. The one you tried to resist. The one that felt like a storm pulling everything apart. That change is a blessing in disguise. It's not here to ruin you. It's here to reveal you. Watch this video until the end, because what you are about to hear will realign your perspective and remind you why things had to shift the way they did. You are being invited into a divine upgrade. And if this resonates with your soul, write your warmest wishes in the comments with the numbers 99 and 777 and subscribe for this glory journey, because you were never meant to go through this transformation alone. This is your confirmation. Everything around you may be shifting, relationships fading, routines crumbling, familiar places no longer feeling like home. But this is not destruction, chosen one. It is divine redirection. You are being rerouted to something higher, something your old self couldn't access. You are not who you were yesterday, and that is a miracle. The universe doesn't waste a second. Every moment of pain, every hour of confusion was sacred preparation for what's coming next. The change that has arrived in your life may not make sense to your logical mind, but your spirit knows. You can feel it in your bones. This is different. This is pivotal. This is sacred. You're not just evolving, you're remembering who you truly are. The shaking you felt, it wasn't meant to collapse you. It was meant to remove everything that couldn't stay for your future. This shift didn't ask for your permission. It came uninvited, sudden, unexplainable. But it came because it loves you. It came because your old story was too small for your soul. It came because God, the universe, source, whatever name speaks to you, decided it was time. Time for you to be lifted. Time for you to awaken. Time for you to stop surviving and start living in alignment. You may have cried. You may have doubted. You may have screamed, "Why now?" But now you're realizing the very thing that felt like a breakdown was the beginning of your breakthrough. That's what chosen ones go through. We don't receive blessings in easy packages. We receive blessings in divine wrapping, chaos, endings, change. But inside, glory. This change will not ruin your life. It will realign it. What you lost wasn't rejection. It was protection. What left your life didn't leave you empty. It made room for abundance. That's the secret of transformation. Something always dies, so something greater can be born. And you, dear chosen one, are in the middle of that sacred rebirth. Everything in nature honors cycles. The caterpillar doesn't beg to stay in its old form. It surrenders. It dissolves. It becomes unrecognizable, only to emerge as something that can fly. You are in that cocoon moment. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are not being erased. You are being rewritten. Chosen one, change is not the enemy. Resistance is. Suffering comes when we fight what's trying to save us. The people who left, they weren't meant for your new chapter. The job that ended, it was the end of a soul contract, the version of you that you had to let go of. That was your shadow shedding. You are not losing anything. You are becoming everything. And the beauty is, you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need a 5-step plan. All you need is willingness, a soft yes in your spirit, a silent knowing that what's ahead is better than what's behind. You've outgrown your old container. You've outgrown fear. You've outgrown pretending. You're being invited into truth, raw, wild, sacred truth. This is your time to welcome the unknown, not with fear, but with reverence. Something miraculous happens when we stop clinging and start allowing. You begin to move with the current instead of against it. And suddenly, what once felt like chaos starts to feel like alignment. What once felt like pain begins to feel like clarity. Chosen one, this change will bless you because it was assigned to you. It didn't happen by accident. It was custom designed by the divine. Everything you've endured, the heartbreaks, the delays, the setbacks, they've all led here. They were not punishments. They were initiations. You're not just healing. You're being elevated. You're entering a season where peace replaces panic, where faith replaces fear, where trust becomes your superpower. This isn't wishful thinking. This is spiritual strategy. When the old crumbles, the new gets built on rock, not sand. You're being rooted now, deeply, securely, eternally. The change that you feared will be the change that frees you. It is happening right now. The shedding, the awakening, the turning point. This moment is sacred, even if it's silent, especially when it's silent. Because in the quiet, you begin to hear the truth that was always within you. You were meant for more. You were meant for depth, for light, for freedom, not just survival, expansion. You are not crazy for wanting more. You're aligned. You are not foolish for letting go of what no longer resonates. You're courageous, and you are not alone for feeling uncertain in the middle of transformation. You are guided. You are held. You are surrounded by an unseen support system that is cheering you on louder than you can imagine. Don't mourn what ended. Celebrate what's coming. Don't fear what's unfamiliar. Honor it as a divine invitation. You are being shown who you are, not through comfort, but through contrast. And contrast always clarifies. It sharpens your vision. It recalibrates your soul. It places you back on the path you were always meant to walk. Chosen one, this change is personal. This is not just about external circumstances. This is about your internal alignment. The stories you've carried, the identities you've outgrown, the limiting beliefs you're releasing, they are being burned away in this sacred fire. And fire never destroys without giving birth to light. You are not who you used to be, and that's your superpower. Your intuition is louder. Your boundaries are stronger. Your vision is clearer. The world may not understand your evolution, but it was never for them. It was for you, and it was for the divine mission you came here to fulfill. There is no going back, and that's not a loss, that's a blessing. The door behind you has closed for a reason, and ahead, infinite potential. Ahead is the version of you who knows their worth, who speaks with clarity, who no longer chases, but attracts, who walks into rooms with peace, because they know who they are and what they carry. The old reality didn't fall apart because you failed. It fell apart because your frequency shifted. And when your frequency shifts, everything that is not in harmony with your higher vibration naturally falls away. That's the power of divine transformation. You no longer have to force anything to stay. What's meant for you cannot be lost. This is the blessing within the change. It simplifies your life. It removes the excess. It sharpens your focus. It teaches you to live with intention. You stop leaking energy on things that drain you. You stop explaining yourself to people who refuse to understand you. You stop shrinking to fit into spaces you've outgrown. And instead, you rise. You rise without apology. You rise with grace. You rise not in arrogance, but in alignment. Because the light within you can no longer be dimmed by fear, by doubt, or by memory. You are choosing faith. You are choosing evolution. You are choosing the path that honors your soul. And even if the road ahead looks uncertain, you are no longer walking blindly. Your spirit has been recalibrated. You're not walking alone. You are being carried by a force greater than you, a force that loves you too much to let you settle, a force that believes in your power more than your past ever could. Chosen one, the shift you are experiencing is a cosmic whisper saying, "You're ready. You're ready to lead. You're ready to shine. You're ready to stop hiding behind wounds and start radiating from wisdom." This isn't just growth, it's spiritual elevation. And you've earned every step of it through surrender, through resilience, through divine trust. Don't underestimate how far you've come. You are not the same person who once doubted their voice, their worth, or their light. You have faced shadows that tried to destroy you, and still you rose. You let go of attachments that once defined you, and still you found identity. You have walked through fire, and now you carry its flame. This change will not end you. It will empower you. It will unlock doors that once seemed sealed shut. It will call in divine connections, sacred opportunities, and blessings beyond your logic. But first, you must keep walking, even if you don't yet see the full picture. Because that's what faith looks like in motion, walking before the miracle is visible. This new path requires a new mindset. You must release the survival programming. You must unlearn fear. You must stop doubting what your soul has already confirmed. This is not the time to go back into your shell. This is the time to stretch, to expand, to become more of who you were always designed to be. There is something so beautiful about this current version of you, even if you feel raw, even if you feel uncertain, even if you're still learning how to stand fully in your truth. You are in bloom, and bloom is messy, but it's also holy. There is sacredness in this becoming. You are not late. You are not off course. You are right on time, divine time, not by the world's schedule, but by the blueprint of your soul. Every delay you faced was protection. Every detour was divine choreography. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared, trained, refined in silence. And now, the silence is making room for sound, the sound of your new season arriving. Chosen one, don't let temporary discomfort trick you into believing you're being punished. You're being transitioned. You're being re-anchored in purpose. The ground beneath you may feel unstable, but that's only because you're being invited to build your foundation higher, stronger, more authentically aligned. This is your moment to stop seeking safety in what is familiar, and instead embrace the safety that lives within your spirit. That deep knowing, that eternal wisdom, the sacred intelligence that whispers, "You are more than this moment. You are more than what ended. You are more than the version of you that had to break to finally expand." Every breakdown cracked the shell around your light. Every heartbreak widened the opening for deeper love. Every goodbye carved the space for something divine to arrive. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not falling apart. You're unfolding. And within the unfolding, your purpose becomes visible. Your power becomes undeniable. The old version of you was survival-based. But this new version, it's guided. It listens to flow, not force. It honors softness, not struggle. It seeks peace, not performance. You don't need to prove your worth anymore. You are inherently worthy. Your existence is the proof. And the change you're navigating is calling you to finally believe that. This transition is showing you who you are when no one is watching. when the noise quiets, when the masks fall, when the applause stops. That's where your truth lives, in the silent, sacred space where you meet yourself, where you remember that your identity was never in what you did, but in who you are becoming. And who you are becoming is no accident. The divine didn't bring you this far to abandon you. This change is not random. It's surgical. It's precise. It's cosmic design, rearranging your life to align with your calling. Your role is to trust the process even when you don't understand the pieces. Do not grieve the versions of you that had to die. Honor them. They got you here. But now, let them rest. Let them go. You don't have to carry your old armor into this new reality. You are safe now. You are allowed to bloom without bracing for loss. You are allowed to rise without apology. You are allowed to be happy without guilt. This is sacred soil, chosen one. The new beginning you're standing on is fertile ground. What you plant now, your beliefs, your words, your choices, will define what blooms next. So plant with intention. Plant with clarity. Plant with reverence for how far you've come. The past no longer has permission to dictate your worth. Those old stories, they're expired. They no longer resonate with your current vibration. You've changed, you've healed, you've evolved, and because of that, your reality must shift. It's spiritual law. Inner shifts create outer transformations. Chosen one, the blessing is already on its way. It may not look like what you expected, but it will be exactly what your soul needs. You don't have to chase it. You just have to prepare for it. Let the change shape you. Let the uncertainty soften you. Let the unknown become your altar, the sacred space where trust becomes your offering. You are not behind. You are not off path. You are being reborn into alignment. One moment at a time, one choice at a time, one breath at a time. And each breath is a declaration. I trust, I allow, I become. You were never meant to stay in one form. Just like the seasons shift, just like the moon waxes and wanes, just like the tide comes and goes, you were made to evolve. And this change, it's not a detour, it's destiny unfolding. Even now, the universe is rearranging itself in your favor. Even now, miracles are making their way to your doorstep. Even now, your name is being spoken in places your feet haven't touched yet. Because you said yes. Because you stayed the course. Because you didn't give up when it would have been easier to walk away. This change is your reward, not because you earned it through perfection, but because you chose truth, because you kept listening, because you kept moving even when it didn't make sense. That is divine courage. That is sacred resilience. That is why the blessing must come. Because you are no longer waiting for the right moment, you are becoming the moment. There's something you need to understand deeply. This shift you're in is not just circumstantial, it's transformational. You're not simply stepping into a new phase of life. You are stepping into a new frequency of existence. The lens through which you view the world is being polished, expanded, and refined. What used to drain you now repels you. What used to inspire fear now ignites curiosity. That's the sign. Your soul is ascending. This elevation cannot be faked. It cannot be manufactured. It can only emerge through surrender. And that's exactly what you've done, even when you didn't realize it. In those moments of letting go, of choosing silence over struggle, of trusting without evidence, you are initiating the shift. You are saying yes to the unknown, and the unknown is now answering back. Chosen one, the discomfort you felt is the echo of your expansion. Your old patterns are dissolving. The energies that once held you hostage are being cleared. You are no longer reacting. You are responding with intention. You are choosing peace over chaos, purpose over noise, depth over distraction. And the universe is responding to your internal alignment by reshaping your external reality. This is how the blessing arrives, not as something that chases you down, but as something that recognizes your readiness. You're not just a participant anymore. You're a co-creator, and your soul is done begging. It is declaring. It is deciding. It is designing a life that reflects your worth instead of contradicting it. You are no longer a visitor in your own life. You're reclaiming your seat. You're stepping fully into authorship. You're rewriting the script, and this time, it's not based on fear, abandonment, scarcity, or shame. It's written with intention, infused with clarity, backed by divine trust. And this is why everything is changing, because your inner vibration has finally risen to match the destiny your soul remembers. You're not seeking validation anymore. You're radiating truth. You're not grasping for support. You're grounded in knowing. And the people who meet you in this frequency, they won't need an explanation. They'll feel your energy and say, "There you are. I've been waiting for you." The path you're walking now is sacred. It's narrow not because it's lonely, but because it's purposeful. Not everyone can walk it with you. Not every relationship, habit, or mindset can survive the altitude of your ascension. And that's okay, because this isn't about having more. It's about having what aligns, what nourishes, what reflects the light you now carry. This light wasn't gifted to you. It was grown within you. Through every dark night, every closed door, every silent cry. And now that light is undeniable. It's a beacon. And as you shine, you'll notice something beautiful. What's meant for you doesn't resist your light, it finds comfort in it. You don't have to convince the right people to stay. You don't have to perform to be loved. You don't have to prove yourself to be chosen. You already are. And this change, it's the evidence. It's the unraveling of every lie you believed about your limitations. It's the unfolding of every truth your spirit whispered when the world was too loud to hear. You've reached the edge of your old story. The script has been rewritten. The roles have changed. The scenery is shifting. And now it's time to step fully onto the new stage. Not pretending, not shrinking, but standing tall in who you are becoming. Let the change bless you. Let it stretch you. Let it surprise you. You don't have to understand every piece of the puzzle to trust that the full picture is beautiful. Let that be your mantra now. Even this is sacred. The confusion, the delays, the unexpected redirections, they are all threads in the divine weaving of your life's masterpiece. Chosen one, you are walking in prophetic alignment. You are divinely timed. And even if your surroundings don't reflect it yet, your soul already knows. You are in the middle of a holy transformation. And when your soul knows, your steps begin to follow. That's why you've felt pulled, called, awakened in ways you can't explain. Because your time is here. There's no need to go back. Not to old dreams, not to expired dynamics, not to watered-down versions of yourself. You've passed that level, and the change you're in is not a punishment for letting go. It's a reward for choosing growth. You're being repositioned so the next level of your destiny can see you clearly. This is your elevation. It may feel uncomfortable, but it's deeply aligned, and soon, everything will make sense. The pieces will fall into place. The blessings will manifest in undeniable ways. You won't have to force it, fake it, or chase it. You'll just have to receive it. Chosen one, the season you're walking into will not resemble the one you left behind. This time, the ground is fertile, the doors are unlocked, the momentum is real, and your energy is finally in harmony with your destiny. No more forcing, no more waiting for permission, no more bending to fit into old molds. Now, you rise with grace, and everything adjusts around your truth. You've done the deep inner work. You've faced the echoes of your past and released the versions of yourself that were built on survival. That was no small feat. That was spiritual rebirth. And because of that, this change has come not to test you, but to crown you. You've proven you can stay faithful when nothing made sense. And now, everything must shift to reflect who you truly are. The blessing that's arriving is not a reward for perfection. It's a reflection of readiness. The universe recognizes your growth. Heaven recognizes your endurance. The divine recognizes your surrender. That is why this change is so monumental. Because it's not happening to you, it's happening through you. You're being trusted with greater purpose, greater peace, greater provision. And with that comes responsibility to keep your energy clean, to protect your focus, to walk with clarity. No more entertaining what dilutes your spirit. No more tolerating what dims your fire. This is sacred ground, and you are the light it's been waiting for. The transition may still feel unfamiliar. That's okay. All divine change begins with mystery. But this time, you're not navigating blindly. You are led. You are deeply supported. You are surrounded by forces that go unseen, but are always active. You are being guided with precision, step by step, moment by moment. You may notice certain things beginning to fall away. Don't resist that. Don't mourn what leaves. Celebrate what's being cleared. The blessing cannot fully bloom where chaos lives. Your new chapter needs room to breathe, to expand, to build something holy and lasting. So when the release happens, honor it. That's the preparation. That's the sacred sweep before the miracle arrives. Chosen one, your name is being whispered in rooms your feet haven't yet touched. Your work is being divinely acknowledged. Your pain is being transmuted into power. The seeds you planted in faith, in silence, in tears, they are breaking through the soil of time. And when they rise, they will rise abundantly. That is what happens when change is met with surrender. Growth is accelerated. You are not walking away from your past. You're walking into your prophecy. And yes, it requires courage. Yes, it requires trust. But most importantly, it requires remembering who you are. You are not here to repeat cycles. You are here to initiate healing. You are not here to echo fear. You are here to radiate truth. This transformation is not only about what's next, it's about who you're becoming. And that version of you, that version doesn't need validation. That version doesn't seek revenge. That version doesn't run from silence. That version is grounded, luminous, clear, and ready, truly ready. This is your time to align with ease. You've carried the weight of the past long enough. You've proven your strength. Now it's time to live in your softness, in your trust, in your lightness. Not because life gets easier, but because you no longer carry what doesn't belong. You are learning the sacred art of flow. You are no longer pushing the river. You are becoming the river, moving with divine timing, embracing every bend and turn as part of the journey. That's the blessing of change. It doesn't just bring new circumstances, it brings a new you. And this new you doesn't fear transition. This new you recognizes the signs. You feel the shifts in your spirit before they show up in the physical. You walk by knowing, not by sight. You speak less and listen more. You trust more and doubt less. That is the evidence of growth. That is the proof that you are exactly where you need to be. You have not missed your moment. You are not too late. You are not too broken. In fact, you are divinely positioned. Your timing is divine. Your journey is sacred. And your destination? It's not just success. It's fulfillment, wholeness, alignment. So breathe. Open your heart. Let it in. Let the blessing find you without resistance. Let the grace cover you without explanation. Let the favor flow to you effortlessly. This is what you were prepared for. This is why the change had to happen. Not to break you, but to birth you, chosen one. Let this be the moment you exhale. You've carried so much, endured so long, questioned so deeply. But now you are being met by the very thing your spirit has always known was coming. Divine confirmation. Every inner whisper that told you to keep going. Every intuitive nudge that led you down unfamiliar paths. It was right. You weren't imagining the shift. You were sensing it before it bloomed. And now it blooms. The blessing is not always loud. Sometimes it arrives quietly, in the peace you feel when you wake up, in the clarity that once felt impossible, in the people who finally understand you without needing you to shrink, in the timing that feels effortless instead of forced. This is what alignment looks like. And this alignment is the fruit of the change you did not resist. You've become the person your younger self prayed for. That's what happens when you honor the change, when you trust the divine chaos, when you dance with the unknown. You don't just grow, you evolve, you rise, you transcend. You become the living evidence that transformation is possible, that miracles are not myths, that timing is not random. Look at you now, aware, awake, intentional. Not perfect, but fully present. Not unshaken, but deeply grounded. You've learned to hold space for both the storm and the sunrise. You've learned that change is not just an ending, it's a holy beginning. And the new beginning you're walking into, it's been waiting for you. There's no more need to prove anything. You've already earned your seat at the table. This new space you're entering doesn't require struggle. It requires authenticity. All you need to do now is show up. Fully, unapologetically, courageously. The doors that once resisted you now open effortlessly. The people who couldn't see your light before now feel it radiating before you even speak. That is the reward of surrender. Not just the change around you, but the transformation within you. You now walk in grace. You speak with clarity. You lead with stillness. You've outgrown the urgency to rush because you trust the rhythm of divine timing. You know now that what is meant for you won't need chasing. It will find you, favor you, and flow with you. The pain you walked through has not been in vain. The isolation, the detours, the endings, they were all sacred arrangements, designed to peel away every layer that wasn't the truth of who you are. And now, all that remains is your essence, your realness, your light. So bless the change. Don't curse it, even if it arrived uninvited, even if it scared you, even if it made no sense at the time. It was still a messenger, a divine invitation, a sacred disruption to call you back into alignment. You said yes, even when it cost you comfort. You said yes, even when the world didn't understand. And that yes has shifted everything. Now you are glowing differently, and people will notice. They'll wonder what happened, what changed, what magic you carry. And the truth is, you carry your healing. You carry your rebirth. You carry the vibration of someone who let go of fear and chose faith instead. This energy cannot be faked. It's felt. It's recognized. It opens doors without keys and hearts without effort. This is the gift you now walk in, divine ease. And it came through deep transformation. This isn't just your next chapter. This is your sacred reintroduction. You're not just returning, you're rising. And with every step you take in this new energy, the universe will reflect it back. More clarity, more alignment, more abundance, more peace. Because now, you are finally matching the frequency of the future you once only dreamed of. You're not waiting anymore. You're welcoming. You're not chasing anymore. You're attracting. You're not surviving anymore. You're living, fully, fearlessly, faithfully. So keep walking, chosen one. Keep trusting. Keep unfolding. The blessing that this change brings isn't something small. It's something that redefines everything. And most importantly, it's already yours. Let me know when you're ready for the final part 7, and I'll complete it with a powerful closing. Chosen one, take a deep breath and feel it. That stillness inside you, that peace that surpasses explanation. It's not a coincidence. It's not temporary. It's not fragile. It's the sign that your soul has arrived at a new vibration. You've crossed through the fire. You've navigated the storm. You've passed through the valley. And now you are standing on the other side. Not broken, but rebuilt. This change didn't just bless you, it became you. You are no longer the person who clings to what is fading. You no longer chase the things that run. You no longer fight to stay in places that no longer feel like home. You've released the grip. You've surrendered the old narrative. You've made space, not just in your life, but in your energy, for what is truly meant to come. And it is coming. The divine doesn't forget. What you planted in silence, in faith, in tears, it is blooming now. The change you embrace so painfully is becoming the transformation that lights your path. And this path, it will be marked by doors opening where there were once walls, opportunities flowing with ease, relationships that require no masks, clarity that replaces chaos, peace that cannot be shaken. You'll look around and wonder, how did this happen? And the answer will be simple, because you chose. You chose to grow. You chose to listen. You chose to trust when everything said, give up. You chose alignment over attachment, faith over fear, truth over comfort. You said yes to what your soul whispered, even when your mind doubted. And now, the universe says yes back. This is the dance of change, not as punishment, but as prophecy fulfilled. You didn't just survive the shift, you embodied it. And now, you are magnetic. Watch how things align. Watch how delays turn into divine timing. Watch how everything finds you, because you found yourself. There will be moments where you're still tempted to shrink, where old fears whisper familiar lies. But you'll remember, that's not who you are anymore. That's not where you live. You've outgrown that vibration. You are no longer someone who doubts their power. You walk in it. You own it. You radiate it. You protect it. This final stretch of your transformation isn't about doing more. It's about being more. Being the light. Being the clarity. Being the calm presence in rooms of chaos. Being the mirror that reflects back truth. Being the open channel through which blessings can flow, not just to you, but through you. You are now a vessel. You've become someone who no longer begs for miracles. You expect them. Not out of entitlement, but out of alignment. You are a living miracle. You carry the frequency of someone who knows that life bends in the direction of trust. And your trust has become unshakable. Everything is shifting now, and it's all in your favor. This isn't the end of the change. This is just the beginning of the blessing. The change was the key. The blessing is the door. And now you walk through with your head held high, with your spirit wide open and with your heart ready to receive every good thing that was delayed but never denied. You've entered a realm where you no longer explain your evolution, you embody it. Where you no longer wait for signs, you are the sign. Where you no longer question your worth, you anchor it. This is what you were prepared for. This is why the journey took what it took. Because only someone who's been through the fire can carry this kind of light. Chosen one, this change will bless you in ways that overflow. It will bless your mind with peace, your body with energy, your relationships with truth, your path with confirmation. It will bless your name, your voice, your work, your presence. It will bless the rooms you walk into and the people who encounter your energy. Because when you change, everything around you must change too. It's spiritual law. You are not just in alignment, you are the alignment. And from this day forward, nothing will ever be the same. And you wouldn't want it to be, because the old story has expired. The new one begins now, and this one is drenched in grace. So walk boldly, speak clearly, love deeply, create fearlessly, shine unapologetically. You are not entering your blessing. You are the blessing, and the world is finally ready to receive you.